Hi everyone, welcome back to the Study Hall Podcast. I'm your host Sanaya, and today we're going to keep things pretty chill. So right now I'm in bed. I've been stuck in bed all day because one, it's Friday, it's raining, but three, I went to Pilates on Wednesday. I went to HIIT Pilates, high intensity train. I don't know what the other I stands for, but high intensity Pilates. And I can't even stand up. Y'all, my legs hurt so bad. To the point where I don't know, they just feel weak. I can't even go up and down the stairs. I have to roll into bed. I can't bend my knees. Okay, but besides that, let's talk about some lighthearted but still real things about college. So one thing I wanted to talk about was how things don't really go according to plan. When you get to college, when you first start exploring what you want to do and imagining your future, you be like, oh, I want this to happen, and I'm gonna have my life all figured out. But no. I'm still trying to figure it out, and I feel like a lot of people around me are still figuring it out as well, and I think that's okay. So today I'm just going to share some real talk, what it's like when you don't have everything lined up perfectly. I'm going to be talking about navigating college without that quote-unquote perfect friend group, or that part-time or full-time job, or that internship that you wanted and you didn't get, or even just financially, even not having money or life not going out in the way that you planned in general. Don't worry, because we're going to keep it fun. Life is already serious enough, right? Especially everything that's going on with the world. I'm not even going to get into the specifics, but let's dive in. So first things first, let's talk about friend groups. When I mentioned this in my last podcast, but when I first got to college, everybody had a friend group and I didn't have a friend group. It actually took me a while to have my friend group that I have now, but I do want to expand my friend group, and I do want to have more people that I talk to. I think we all have this idea of what our college friend group would look like, the diversity, y'all sitting on the grass having a picnic, and it feels like you're just going to find your ride or die squad one day, right? I met a lot of cool people. And honestly, I've come to the realization that that's okay. I really used to stress about not having the right friend group that I wanted, but I have some really wonderful friends. I have a lot of great friends, individual friends, that make up for not having multiple different friend groups. But on the same note, there's always this pressure to be social and constantly be around people in college. But I've learned that it's okay to not always be at every event or every hangout. It's fine to just chill by yourself sometimes and focus on your own energy and ground yourself and rejuvenate and, build up that social, not even a social battery, build up that emotional and mental and physical battery that you need to be your best self when you are around these people, or when you are going to these events or hanging out with new friends and meeting new people. So me right now, I don't really have a job in college. I'm looking for internships, all that, y'all know how that go. Looking for part-time jobs, still trying to get money, still want to buy stuff, still want to go out. Y'all, everything in college is so expensive. And it's not even college, everything in life, because this is really what it is. I'm really just living life in school. So I can't even use the excuse, college is this, college is that. No, this is my current life. But let's talk about something no one really tells you about college, which is the financial strain. I'm not gonna say nobody tells you about that, because I feel like the main stereotype about college is the quote unquote broke college student. Don't ask no college student for no money, because 9 times out of 10 they want to ask you first. They were planning on asking you. I don't know, but I'm not just talking about tuition, but daily expenses. I need to buy these books for my class, or I need to go grocery shopping, or I'm going to go to this party. Oh my gosh. Everything is just, I'm good. I'm covered. Everything that I need is provided for me. I used to work at Starbucks, and y'all, I literally played. My hours were so short when I worked at Starbucks, because I was just work. I'm working for 5 hours. I work for 5 hours on the weekend. Yeah, I was working 5 hours in the summertime. Why are you working 5 hours? No, not 5 hours a week, but 5 hours a day for a week when I could have been working a full shift and I probably still could have had money in my savings. I don't know. I'm just reminiscing on that. I don't know, but I'm not reminiscing. I'm just rambling on that. Money can be stressful. It can be a huge stressor in college, especially if you see that everybody else around you have money. But not gonna lie, a lot of people in college don't be having money. With money in college and spending money, I've learned a few good things. Budgeting is really a game changer because there's so much stuff you can spend money on, so much stuff that you will need to spend money on. And you need to know where that money should go and where it shouldn't go. It's okay to admit that you don't have it all figured out, by the way, too. Some days I feel like I'm like broker than a joke. And then other days I'd be like, well, girl, if you wanted to go on Amazon and get some lip gloss right now, you can do it. The other day, I got a 6-pack of lip gloss from Amazon. And I was like, do I want to spend this money? Even though it was on a gift card. But I was like, what if I find something else on Amazon? I don't want to spend this money on this gift card. But then I was like, girl, if you got it, just spend it. Like, and it's what you really need. So that's also one thing that I'll be so indecisive when it comes to money now because I don't have a job no more. Where it's just like, oh my gosh, like, am I spending this right? Like, am I using this money for the right things, or am I gonna regret it when I actually spend it? But it all works out. So if you're ever feeling like, how am I going to make this work? I totally get that because that's how I be. I wanted to record this episode about change, but I feel like it was just too much. I feel like my emotions was speaking through the podcast. I didn't want to get all like that too soon. Like, it's like, okay, girl, like, keep it light, keep it chill, keep it fun, keep it cute. I was keeping it like too real. Is that even a thing, like being too real? I wasn't being too real. I'm not gonna say I was being too real, but it was just like, okay, sis, you talked about this with your friends. You ain't got to talk about it on the podcast for the whole world. So, yeah. But one day I do want to talk about the topic of change and growth and evolution because it is important and we all going through it. But the way I brought it up for a specific reason. I brought it up because, not because I wanted somebody to see it, but I wanted people to hear it. But I really don't want people to hear it, you know? Now let's go into something a little deeper. So I'll be the first to admit that I don't have everything figured out, right? I think sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves to have a clear path and to know exactly where we're going and have our future planned out and have this exact picture of how our future is going to look. But no, not me. I'll be all over the place, y'all. The one thing that I have stuck to is the neonatal nursing. Like, the path that I'm on is to be a neonatal nurse. But I'll be like, dang, do I want to just marry a rich man and just like travel for the rest of my life? Or do I want to be a flight attendant and just do that for the rest of my life? Or do I want to be like, I just low-key be all over the place. But it's nothing wrong with that because I be trying to tell myself and other people, we are not what we do. Like, I am not my career. I am me at the end of the day, and I can be so many things. I can do so many things. So it's like, I don't even have to have one label on me as to who I am because I can do everything. I can do it all. Literally, I can do it all. I feel like life doesn't always work that way where the path that we think we're on is going to work that way. But some days I'll be feeling lost, kind of, and other days I feel like I'm on the right track. But, you know, I feel like that's really normal because a lot of my peers around me also bring that up. Life is really a journey. And then there are times where I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Yeah, I've had so many what am I doing with my life moments. It's like low-key crazy. It's really crazy. I've had them a lot. And it wasn't even like oh my gosh, what am I doing with my life? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. It was really like, oh my gosh, what are you doing with your life tonight? Like, what? Like, some of the decisions I've made, it's like, oh my God, what are you doing? But I don't know, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to ask, what am I doing? Like, we doing what we think we should do and what we feel we should do. I'm learning to lean into that uncertainty. It's something that I want to remind y'all of, is that if you're out here feeling like you're the only one who hasn't figured out everything yet, you're not. Everybody is still trying to figure out what path they're on, where to go, how to navigate life, this and this and that. It's okay to take things one step at a time and to trust that the answers will come eventually, and you'll see why you are where you are when you look up where you are. That was today's episode. I know it was really short. I recorded 2 episodes before this and I didn't like neither one of them. So this is really just, a little quick chill talk moment. Today's episode was all about giving yourself permission to not have everything figured out and letting go of that pressure to be perfect, whether that's still figuring out your friend group, still working through financial burdens, still trying to figure out what's next in your life. It's all cool. We're all on our own paths, and that's what makes this whole thing unique. Thanks for hanging out with me today on the Study Hall Podcast. If you like this episode, don't forget to give me your feedback and also send to other people whom you may think would like it, and share it on social medias if you're open to it, because I would appreciate it. See y'all later.